Yoga kere atikir. Okiro rainyari taingo Opio Emmanuel. Na gwete ngokope Mr. Tourism Teso. Alomunite ngo Soroti City. Ida betlo longa maiki nesu. Edukone Teso. Epone bani kola duma taritunga. Apesi. Ateran tina manyar. So arai kolo mame manyita ijoke da ituke di bari. Mame yang arangono bali manjaje rumani. So marriage back in the days in Teso was not just considered marriage of a family. It was an issue of the entire clan. So today I'm going to interest you with the steps that we used to take when we are getting a marriage partner until the time of marriage. So akono galibu kiresu be pone bani kolo atu peta nitori toni pakona de rodu koni. So lolo akono nja pupoki no yok o misha pone la geunere. Na redu kone kolo mama redu kone ibore just ina ara ino rebo na ara ina tekere kere. So a step so did or the first step was a supane or courtship in English. A supane ara kolo a sapat atumonang. Idolojo ikarule keo no kuju. Egeonte la mama ibe biaibo. Ingitanari bejo idibore wanyu tojo. So by that stage a young man was expected to identify the spouse based on specific factors such as the wealth of their family, the clan where they come from, the health status of that spouse, her personal character, her beauty, her charisma. Of course, everyone wishes to get beautiful woman. So that was step number one. So it was a role of the young man to look for his spouse. And there were different ways how they could do that. Sometimes they could meet in the bush when they are gathering firewood. Sometimes when a young man is grazing cows and the young girl is coming back from the well, from scooping water. That was step number one. A step loyaret or step number two was the introduction. Aito diar. Asoko an aito diar. After these people agreeing, the young man and the spouse he has chosen, he would go to the parents, the girl's home with an envelope. With his uncles, they would go with an envelope which had money and they would take it to the girl's place. When they reach there, they would be welcomed and the girl would be asked by her parents if she is aware of this boy. When the girl accepts to take the envelope, akespola chamwa jenuba jeningolu sakiro lemengara taikire supanekira jentu kwanite nilijada. Everyone now knows it is no longer secret. So that was step number two. Step number three, after receiving the letter, there was what we called bride groping. Aingicha teran. Arejukara teran alo city. Laije obukese sapat. Adaon chakisabiti ni yare iponya mata ko Teso. Airita kipi itete bodokwa nilija. Itete toke sapat. Aingichi ba pesena. Pero na imanya rebo mam. Asiti bara ngini aingito. So aparasha ngune ngichere during that test. They will turn the boy away from home. The boy will go maybe to the uncle's place or he will go to graze cattle. He would either leave home so that it doesn't interfere with the process of testing the girl. After everything is done, the girl would be sent back to their place with a letter, escorted maybe by an aunt. When the aunt escorts this girl back to their home with that letter, the letter indicates two things. Either the girl is eligible for marriage or she is not qualified to be married. And if everything goes on well, then we shall go to the next step. After that step now, we shall go to Abilakin. We shall go to negotiation now for the dowry. That was the next step. Next step we can lead to Pakini. Nyesa Abilakino. Arabodat negotiation for dowry. So this happens whereby the boys' people, especially the clan head from the boys' side, the uncles, people who are good at negotiating, very experienced people, very knowledgeable people, would go to the girl's place, the girl's father, asking the father how much dowry he was expecting. Now, Edo talking ina, eting it kolokwa, eting it papa ki apese. I to The father would hold sticks in his hand. The sticks would show the number of cows he expects, or the goats and sheep. So he would give it to the clan head from the boy's side. Then after giving him, he would also count them, the ones they are potential or they are capable of providing. So imarate kesa itone perekesa da I took the perekesa lemon. Ochaka kinta itongo no kwapo. So that's how they could negotiate. So that country was throwing down the sticks to negotiate the final amount of dowry they could give. Would show reach a point of an agreement, and at the end of the day they would come up with a final word. The next step would be now assessment of the dowry. Alosita anyu ni barin. Alaije aujo chabweto bukesa sapat. Eda ruwan kisa chamana bukesa pese. Temo kinos kwantunga pese dani. Alosita anyu chabi barin bengale kio saraibo mam. So they would go to the kraal on the boy's side to assess how healthy are the cows, how healthy are the goats, how healthy are the sheep. Can they really take them? And it was a trick that always the in-laws from the girl's side would always never ever accept to eat before they first approve that the cows or the dowry is okay. They will now have a party. They would pick a cow or a bull. Then they share now, they start celebrating after an agreement. When they are done with that, then we shall now move on to the next step, which is now the traditional wedding. Ara ibonat edu kone kwani emanyira kora rapese. Eda ona anyu na ituko kwani. Era kwani anga ituka amiara ituka yi. That is the next step. Amiara ituka yi. Obuke sa pese a traditional wedding kwani ngoni. Edu kone bolo kwani. Aso emiari bare ne unu nyina. Oja boda nyo. Oja boda isekele chaboti iwos. Eja yi I wo. Etuku worona tekere kere. Itunga kero poto. Vangaro la pese no ralo. Eda unu nen. Alo se kwa noni. Eda unu kwa na anga rapesi. Apaki ni wala rachabe. Eda unu. Eda tutunga iwo. Eya la mikin. After the celebration. Very early in the morning. When the dust has calmed down. They would call the girl from the parents' place. And it would give her the final blessings. And the aunties and the clan woman of the village would give her the last advice on how to take care of her man. So that was a step now whereby they will now move. They would now escort her to the next home, where her new home, to the man's home now. But she would not move alone. She would move with a group of girls that were called Apiria. Actually, this were the bridesmaids. So the maids would go with her. Hello, City Bodo, and there was a tendency that when they are escorting the girl to her final home, the young girls won't allow her to step into the compound of the boy before they gift her with a lot of things. Smearing oil, goats, you know, flowers. They would give her very beautiful gifts, beads. So when they reach there, she would be welcomed to her new home and they would have a celebration of everything. Finally, the girl would be blessed and anointed now. They would smear her with herbs, traditional herbs, Teso herbs, such as emuria, esas, anushaboti kwani alle mara sirani, tere urni duele layete, omamete sirani. Iche sana mine puko kini esa kokoro kekike. Lebere salo mara kwani, tere mami sirani ne pote, epone ngoni kola jare dukone. Thank you so much. These were the steps of how to get marriage in Teso, and we shall keep on sharing. And I want to encourage all the young people out there. Let's practice our traditions. Let's love our culture. It is very interesting. Let's be our identity. Let's reflect it in our actions. I am a moving episode. I express love in Teso culture. I am my culture. Opio Emmanuel. Thank you so much.